take. It's made a stand, there's no turning back. The music sounds, the charge begins. Right on this battlefield, no one wins. The smell of naked swollen horse's breath, and the blood in the sun death.
There's a Maiden classic, The Trooper, and we are with Steve Harris at the band's London rehearsal studio here. And Steve, you know, listening to that tune and thinking of all the great classic Maiden moments, you go back and you think about it. Obviously, you're the founding member of the band. You've recorded now in America for about 4 different labels. You've had 3 different lead singers, so many different versions of Iron Maiden. But the one thing that's been true throughout the whole thing is that you've always kind of kept the integrity of the band and kept it a metal band. And has there ever been any influence from the outside, people that try to inflict things and want to change what Iron Maiden was all about?
Not really, because I think they know what the answer would be, so they don't really try. We've been very stubborn right from the early years. I mean, people would think now that we're in a position to establish position to be able to tell people where to go or what to do or whatever, but we've always done what we wanted to do. And I think that's always been a strength of the band, definitely. And I think, the fans respect that, and they know that we're, honest about what we do, and, we don't sort of go on any paths where we don't want to go, basically.
I think it's great that you came back with this album and didn't try to be too modern or hip or change something up, but it's almost like a fresh, classic Maiden record.
But that's just it. We didn't try and be anything.
Yeah.
We just try to be ourselves, and that's what we always do, is just... and any album is a statement of where we are at that time. Whether it musically or whether it be, mentally or everything really, So, we don't try and be one thing or another. We don't think, we're going to be this or that direction, This album, to me, musically, is just an extension of the last 2 studio albums, really. And the way we've been going naturally is just like a 70s progressive influence, really. And I think also Seventh Son was a bit like that as well. But it's just a natural thing, it's just the direction we're going in. Mm-hmm. We didn't feel that I think some people might have expected with Bruce and Adrian coming back that we might try and go retro or something. But we haven't tried to be one thing or another, really. This is us now,
Well, that was clearly the first thing that I said when I heard the record is, it sounds like it should. It sounds like Iron Maiden. Thank God.
But, because that's what it is.
Exactly.
So I suppose it would do, really. But, I mean, it's like we always, whenever we go out on a new tour with a new album, we always play a lot of new material. We're never scared to play lots of new material, and we're pretty stubborn about that. Even to the point where in some parts of the world, if people haven't been buying the album as much as they should do or whatever, we still go out and ram it down their throat and say, if you don't like it, whatever, that's tough. But so that's always our attitude. And but hopefully, people would go, and then if they hear the songs live and they maybe didn't check the album out yet, then they would buy the album. I mean, that's the way we promote ourselves, is touring. So you got to have conviction with your new material and belief in it. Because, we can't guarantee to get much help anywhere else, We don't expect it, so that's the way we promote ourselves.
Steve Harris, bass player, founding member of Iron Maiden, thanks so much for being so generous with your music and spending some time with us.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'd just like to say thanks to all the fans, really, for supporting us and, the loyal fans over the years. They know who they are. There'll probably be more people coming to see us on this tour. But the ones on the last 2 or 3 tours, they know who they are as well, and they're the real loyal fans as far as I'm concerned. So that's all I want to thank.
And thanks again to Bruce Dickinson, who was on a bit ago. I'm Stash from 98 Rock in Baltimore.
I'm Eddie Trunk from WNEW in New York City. This has been Iron Maiden's Brave New World on the SFX Radio Network. Good night. For more information on Iron Maiden, check out the band's official website at ironmaiden.com. Or you can visit the ultimate band list at ubl.com, the #1 source for music information on the internet.
Tonight's show was engineered by Doug Hall, Rich Hinton, and Andy Riley at Noma's Studios, with creative production by Steve Nelson. Special thanks to Rod Smallwood, Mercuriadis, Dave Pattenden, Jess Robertson, and Dick Bell of Sanctuary Music Limited.
To Jim Del Balzo, Pam Edwards, and Joe Guzik of Columbia and Portrait Records. And to Neil Bird, Maria Musadif, Jerry McQueen, Jessa Busso, Ted Utz, and Allison Mullen at the SFX Radio Network.
This Iron Maiden special was produced by Mark Felside, associate producer John Valenzuela, broadcast coordinator Mike Davis, and the executive producers are Gary Bird, Steve Smith, and Tommy Nast.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the SFX Radio Network. Copyright 2000, all rights reserved.
Baltimore. 97.9 FM, 98online.com. Kirk, Mark, and Lopez. All morning. Pure rock. All day. The Rock Station. 98 Rock.